If Celestia can do it, why can't Twilight? Roll the intro.
My little pony, what is friendship all about? My little pony, friendship is magic.
Greetings, my Brony and Pegasus friends. Welcome to Crimson Analysis. In this episode, I'll be analyzing Season 9, Episode 20, A Horse Shoe-In. Let's get started.
Starlight, I have something very important to discuss with you.
If this is about leaving early yesterday, I didn't have any students on my schedule, and Trixie was having a magical emergency, which actually turned out to be nothing.
I imagine that happens a lot.
Twilight Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship, in light of her impending ascension to the throne of Equestria, and in anticipation of her many duties and responsibilities forthwith, does hereby intend to make good on her previous offer to you, Starlight Glimmer, of replacing her as head mayor of the School of Friendship.
I want you to take over the school when I move to Canterlot.
I've always wondered, why does Twilight have to give up being head mayor of the school? I mean, Celestia did it. Celestia is ruler of Equestria, and she runs her own school. We've seen her teach before. She obviously is very involved with it. And not just a few classes here and there. We saw her teach here.
She was truly one of my best students.
And also in a miniseries called The Fundamentals of Magic.
Greetings, my faithful students. Welcome to Fundamentals of Magic, the class where you'll begin your extensive magical education with me, Princess Celestia. Now, let's put the fun in fundamental, shall we? Magic is a mysterious force that takes on many forms in our world.
That may not be canon, but I'm calling it canon. If Celestia was capable of running Equestria and running her own school, I have no idea why Twilight can't. It's the same thing with her castle. Why is she moving to Canterlot and not just stay in Ponyville and have Ponyville become the capital of Equestria? I understand how big of a change this is for Twilight, and how she'll probably have to train before she can become Princess of Equestria efficiently. But after she gets used to it, why can't she do exactly what Celestia did? She could just have Starlight in control of the school while she trains, and then after she's done, she could do both again. I'm just saying, Celestia did it for a long time. I have no idea why Twilight can't.
I want to get as much advice from Twilight as I can while she's still here.
But Twilight's never really done anything alone. She always has her friends.
Exactly, Trixie. She has her friends. So even her friends could run the school while she's training. You know what, let's just watch the episode. This would be a very long episode if I keep talking like this.
So, what do you think about me hiring a vice head mayor to help run things?
I trust you to run the school any way you want, and if that means hiring a vice head mayor, I think it's a great idea.
I agree with you, Twilight. This is a great idea.
Twilight, Rarity says you were supposed to be at the boutique 5 minutes ago for your second fitting for the coronation gown.
Ugh, how many fittings are there gonna be?
A lot?
15 to 16 is my guess.
Wow. I heard the whole thing, and all I can say is, I am humbled.
Why?
I hadn't ever considered it, but hearing you say it out loud made me realize what a great and powerful vice head mayor I'll be. Plus, we get to work and socialize at the same time.
And because of the egotistical nature that is the great and powerful Trixie, she thinks she's a shoo-in for the position. And because she is Starlight's best friend. Is she actually, though? She calls herself Starlight's best friend, but I don't know if Starlight has ever called her that.
Great idea, Princess Twilight. Asking me, Starlight's best friend, to help her on this difficult journey.
I wonder if she really is Starlight's best friend, or if she just thinks she is.
I'm glad you all decided to be part of the search for the School of Friendship's vice head mayor.
Okay, let's see who we have here. Trixie, obviously. Big Mac, Octavia, Dr. Hooves, and Spoiled Rich? Okay, Octavia and Dr. Hooves make sense. They would be great teachers. Spoiled Rich? Not at all. Originally, I wondered why Starlight would even think of asking her, but after thinking about it over time, she probably didn't ask her. These ponies probably applied for the position. Why can't they just have Octavia be the music teacher? She's definitely qualified for it.
Obviously, those three are moving on. But what about the rest? I think we're in agreement on this one.
Trixie may have not done very well, but she definitely did better than her.
I know what you're gonna say, but it would be so much fun to have my vice head mare be a friend. She just needs a little more hoof holding than some of the others, but it could still work out, right?
I wish the writers would have added this in sooner. We could have had a lot of fun with this personality trait. Think about how many times she could have talked to her plant while she was counselor.
I eagerly look forward to sharing my love of science with both progeny and progenitors.
Indeed. An orchestra is made up of different parts, and good communication is the key to harmony.
Oh hey, they're talking! I wish we could have heard her talk more often. I love her voice.
I really appreciate your honesty, Big Mac, and you're right. Parents expect a lot of detailed communication when it comes to their kids. And if you aren't comfortable with that, vice head mare probably isn't the job for you.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, this would be difficult for someone like Big Mac who doesn't like talking. I don't know why he even applied for the job. I mean, he has a lot of work to do in the farm. I don't know why he would try to do both.
Not looking forward to the performance?
I know Octavia loves music, but a field trip to a classical music performance isn't my idea of an exciting time.
I'm not a fan of classical music either, but this I'm pretty sure is going to be awesome.
Okay, I take it back.
I wish we could have seen these two jam more often as well. Each one gives a field trip based on their strengths. Octavia, obviously, with her music, and Dr. Hooves with his lab.
When I heard we'd be arranging field trips, I knew right away I wanted to take you all to my lab.
Neither field trip is completely successful, but each one of them was better than what Trixie had planned.
I can bring the field trip to us!
That could not have gone worse.
They're gone? Yes. Nice teamwork, am I right?
Are you kidding? I don't know what team you're on, but it isn't mine. This was a disaster. It was dangerous.
I think the words you're looking for are great and powerful.
It wasn't even acceptable! You went from not taking it seriously to blowing things so out of proportion you put every creature in danger. And I wanted to work with a friend so much, I ignored the fact that you would never be right for the job.
I'm confused. What are you saying?
I'm saying you'll never be vice head mare.
But I thought you created the position for me.
Why would you think that? I created the position because I need help. But I can't think of any way that you would ever help me.
Twilight's friends always helped her.
Oh, that's because Twilight's friends are competent. They care about what they're doing, and they know how to do it.
Well, I guess I won't take up any more of your time, Headmare Starlight.
Poor Trixie. Starlight had every reason to be angry, but this still hurts to watch. There's a small line that Trixie says that I didn't notice until now, and it makes a big impact when you unlock it. Listen to what Trixie says.
Twilight's friends always helped her.
Twilight's friends always helped her. Translation, I'm your friend, and I will always try and help you. Just that single line makes a huge impact, and it makes this scene all the harder to watch. That is such a good lesson to learn. That's why in the workforce there are always interviews. Not everyone can do the same job. Not everyone will be good at every type of job. Jonathan knows this all too well. He recently just had an interview for a cell phone technician. He got the job, but he had so many interviews before that. No pony is good at everything. Except for maybe Gabby.
Got a job that's just no fun. Call on me, I'll get it done. Cauldron stuck and needs a mix. I'm the one who's got the fix. Help you teach pre-calculus. Scrub the floors, won't make a fuss. Clearing kelp, just give a yelp. Raring to go, ready to help.
But every pony is good at something. We all have our own skills and talents, and sometimes those skills and talents means we won't be right for certain jobs. But those same skills and talents that made us not right for one job will make us right for another job. Like I said, Jonathan had a lot of different interviews with a lot of different companies before he found the one where they thought he'd be a good fit, which is where he's currently working now as a cell phone repair technician.
I really wanted it to be a friend, so I ended up pushing aside some pretty big signs that it wasn't gonna work out.
Yeah, Starlight, I get that. It's always so much more fun to work with a friend.
It would be nice if I got along with them, since having it be a friend can't work out.
Maybe it can. And I knew as soon as I read Trixie's scroll that it was the exact right thing for me to do.
Oh hey Sunburst, Trixie is right. You're perfect for this job, and you're good friends with Starlight.
And working at a school is what I always thought I'd do. I mean, if you'll have me.
Are you kidding? You're hired!
He's definitely qualified for it.
I suppose I can be a pretty good friend.
More than that, actually. You really did give good advice. And you helped me talk through the problem of finding the right pony for the job.
Oh no. No. I can see where this is going. Starlight, don't.
And we know you care about the students.
Does she really though? I cannot think of a single time where she's actually shown care for any of the students. Except for maybe that scene where she was arguing with Grandpa Gruff. But even there, I think she was more defensive against his priorities because she didn't agree with them than defending Gallus.
But there's a position here at the school you might be right for too. What would you say to being the School of Friendship's new student counselor?
I'd say this office needs a bit of redecorating.
Starlight, that's not a good idea. She's not qualified for that either. Final thoughts, this was a fun episode. Despite certain problems I had with it, or certain things that I thought would make it better, for example, Twilight does not have to turn over control of the school to Starlight. It's not that I don't think Starlight is qualified, it's just that if Celestia could run Equestria and run a school, I see no reason why Twilight can't. Number 2, talking to her plant. I really wish the writers had put this in a lot earlier. They could have had so much fun and so much potential for Starlight always talking to a plant when she is stressed or needs to make a big decision. Number 3, Starlight was the perfect choice for a guidance counselor when the school was opened, but Trixie is very much not a good fit for that job. It was still an enjoyable episode. Interesting thing I noticed though, Starlight was looking for someone that just had the ability to fill in for one of the teachers, if the need arose. But she wasn't actually looking for any teachers. Does this mean the main 6 will continue to be teachers at the school? I don't have any problem with that, as they are probably the best qualified to teach what they're teaching. Also, only Twilight is being promoted to Princess of Equestria. Her friends are not being promoted to princesses themselves. Sure, they will help Twilight all the time, but they are not being promoted. Apart from helping Twilight and organizing some certain festivals that they probably never had to organize before, their jobs and lives probably won't change that much. I'm not saying when threats arise, they won't help out. They will help fight off threats. But they do that already. That's already part of their lives. They've already done that multiple times. It's not exactly a new thing. At this point, they probably view it as just part of their life. Just a normal day in Equestria. So I see no reason why they couldn't continue to be teachers. Unfortunately, since we're this close to the end, this will probably be the last time we see these characters. Which is really too bad. I'd like to see how this works out for everyone. And because of all that, 8.7 out of 10. That's it for this episode of Crimson Analysis. I'm Crimson Shield. Thanks for watching.